Hey everybody, this is Keith being for Muddy. We're going to talk about the Twin Peaks and some of the super cool new features that have never been offered on a ground blind. I'm going to discuss those in detail. But let me give you a little bit of background on myself and hub style blinds. In 1994, Brooks Johnson and I formed a company that was the very first hub style ground blind. So for the last 28 years, I've done 99% of my hunting out of a hub style blind. So when we added these changes, or we implemented these changes, I want you to understand why we did them. First off, you're going to notice it's got two peaks. It's got 2 points coming off of it. Well, what's that do? Well, from an aesthetics or a camouflaging standpoint, it helps break up that roof outline. That's one thing it does. The other thing that it does is it actually gives the roof more structural strength than any hub style blind has ever had. It has 4 rods coming down and it has 2 rods coming up. Well, what that does is that's like a cross pressure. It helps to kind of lock that hub. It's not truly locked, but it's stronger than any hub style blind has ever had for a roof structure. The other thing that it does is it affords you more room than you've ever had. When you're in there and you're getting ready to move, or maybe you have to move closer to the wall, you've always had this eave that's come down. The roof always slopes down when you get closer to that wall. Well, now you've got these 2 areas of large space. I shoot the United Eagle. It's got recurved limbs. It's a long bow. So when I make that move, I don't want to have to worry about my limb, my upper limb hitting the roof when I make that shot. So that gives you a ton more space. One of the things that I'll show you is right here. There's a rod going up to this peak. What's that do? Well, that pretty well locks that wall right there. And as you can see, this wall is locked right here. So it actually adds more strength than a hub style blind has ever had, having that one rod come up and meet the other ones there. One of the other really cool features about it is, and you've never been able to do this before because like I said, the eave comes down and matches the wall, right? You got this sloping down section. Well, with it being bumped up like that, let's say a bird or a deer hangs up off to the side of you, you can draw your bow now, get off your chair and move, but you can press yourself up against that wall and make that shot sort of behind you. You're going to up your angle of shot capability from about 90 degrees to like 140 degrees in this blind. You can get off your stool, draw your bow, lean into the wall, and shoot backwards, okay? So instead of having to try to figure out which window you're going to drop, draw your bow, lean into the wall, make that shot. So that's what the Twin Peaks does. The other thing that this blind has that you'll probably notice is black mesh. Now it has an upper and a lower, and then it also has a camel cover so you can seal out wind or conceal your scent. But what the black mesh does is what we should have been doing all along. When you're in a black back blind, your window area is black, right? So when you drop a camo window flap to that black opening, it creates movement, or the illusion of movement. Okay, if you drop black to black, there's a very good chance that you can do that without being detected. And that's why we're doing the black flaps in here, the black mesh flaps. So if I drop this in a black back blind, I'll try to do it with my hand here. If I drop that, I really haven't made that much change. Now, if I drop camouflage to that black environment, I've made movement. So the black netting is going to afford you that opportunity to maybe drop the edges or maybe drop the face down, whatever you need, and make that shot without getting busted by movement. Well, the neat thing about black is it absorbs light. So you're not getting that refraction. You're getting an abyss, okay? So you'll be able to take your binoculars. You're going to be able to look through this perfectly clear because it's hold mesh. It's a very large hole. Now, it's not going to conceal all of your movement. If I have a white hand here, and I tuck this in there and I'm moving close to the blind, you're going to see it, okay? But if I have a black glove on my hand and I'm in here, see my fingers, now they're gone. Now you're not going to get busted through there, okay? So it's going to help conceal, not as well as a one-way mesh, but it is going to help eliminate a lot of that getting busted. One of the coolest features on the Twin Peaks is this stake down right here. You stake this down, and then you have a draw strap. Well, now you're going to be able to anchor your blind down, hit this strap, and pull it super snug to the ground. The great benefit to this is where a lot of people are using platforms now. So you're putting the blinds up on a platform. It's a great way to put a ratchet strap or whatever and strap this thing down and then really tighten it with this cinch right here. And that's going to anchor your blind down for good on that. So that is the Twin Peaks from Muddy. Make sure to check out all of our products at gomuddy.com.